This is the Gaming Rev, and today we're going to be diving in to Subnautica Below Zero. So in today's episode we're going to be looking at the Leviathan, the monster that's on the island. We're going to show you the easiest route to it. So from my base by the docks, you can walk, although that's not as easy with the snow stalkers around. You can use the snow fox, which is what I'm doing. My personal favourite though would be to do it in a prawn suit, simply because you can use the arms or the weaponry, the drill, to any problems that you come across. So we're going to go through the ice caves as if we were heading towards the far side. We're going to turn left towards the west, and we're going to head along that way, along the ice river. We're going to keep along here under the first archway and go around the stone pillar block on either side, and we're going to bear to the right and head under the archway, the snow terrace on the side here. We're going to go straight through it in this case. We're going to go up here, up the ramp straight in front of us, and again we're going to bear to the right and carry on going up, and then to the right of that, and then follow the path round to the left through this little cut-out canyon piece. You want to keep going along here until you see the until you see the next sort of rise part with lights on it, and then we're going to be turning. So keep going all the way along this path, and as we go up and over, you're going to start seeing lights appearing as we go downhill. There we are. So we're going to carry on down here and then back up the other side to the sort of rightish again. Be careful obviously not to crash like that. As we go up again this incline and you come into the forest, straight over, avoid the snow beasts and head over towards the far side. And if you keep towards the cavern wall on your left, eventually you're going to see the sort of radio tower thing in the distance, and that's what you're heading for. And as you can see, I've been out here already and built myself a little base to warm up at. So I'm going to jump off the bike. I'm just going to go in quickly. Must have power at some point to this base. Luckily, because it's above ground, obviously the oxygen isn't a problem. It regenerates, and it regenerates the heat as well. So let's pop the solar panel in. And then when it comes round to daytime, that will start generating electricity. And again, I can put various bits and pieces in there.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
This is really just sort of a temporary base to give me somewhere to warm up and store things whilst I'm doing this part of the quest for the Leviathan. So we're going to head now into the caves. So you can see where I'm heading from the lights from the snow fox and the light pillars. So just keep heading through. Of course, once you get inside, you're in a sealed environment, so your temperature will go back up again, so you don't need to worry about heat, and there are no threats. Now as we come round on the right hand side, there is a security door, and this is often called the vault. If we go in, obviously you can scan the nameplate to find out a bit about Parvan. Once we go inside, we'll find a couple of things to scan, a couple of posters that we can borrow, steal, but that's about it really. And so I think there's a data pad lying around, but there's not much really to do in here. So I'm going to scan what I can. Snuffer if you haven't got it already, obviously. And if you're listening to the music on the jukebox, you'll notice on the end of the bed there's a jukebox CD as well.
Strange place for a security bunker.
I'm pinching the poster because I think it looks nice.
Right.
Right. Nothing else to scan in here. So let's head further into the cave system. Now, as you go along, you'll notice in the walls we've got various cracks with resources in them. Copper ore, silver, and so on. It's worth raiding for some of these if you need any of the ores to build various things. I know there is some magnetite in here somewhere I need to come back and grab at some point. Yeah, we've got space for stuff. Okay. So we're coming up on the sort of scene of devastation now. So there's several areas to search. Firstly, this little bit down here where you've got the data pad and a scanner if you need it. And you also find your sister's necklace. At this point you know something distinctly not good happened.
I sense many things here.
If you follow up the path to the side, it will take you up to another area with a table and some bits and pieces as well, so don't skip over it.
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off.
So we're going to go down to the work site now, and again we've got some various crates and things around here that we can rescue resources from.
She would never destroy a base.
But the main thing we want to do is head inside the actual cave itself. For that, we're going to head up in the elevator, which is to the left of us at the moment. Just
worried?
well, there.
I thought I knew Sam better than
So
I
walk
really
up the
did.
path.
When we were kids, I was always the one breaking and rebuilding things. She wouldn't even go into a bake sale without a plan. For classic oatmeal cookies, no less. So serious. She wouldn't have anything to do with my molecularly transformed caramel pretzel lumps.
Dump some stuff off quickly, and you have some food. Clear up the slot to grab the advanced wiring kit because it saves me pinching it.
For now.
Or having
This
to make
wasn't
one later.
negligence.
Right.
It's not Sam. This was
Lubricant
something
if we
else.
needed it. Copper wire. So there are quite a few resources in here that you can come and pinch. And they say, activate the lift. It takes ages to get up. But it'll take you up to the mouth of the Leviathan. Now when you go in here, you can scan its teeth and the green pustules that are on the side of it. Now to the best of my knowledge, you can't actually get infected with the virus at all from them. But I still try and keep as far away as possible when I'm trying to scan it. There we are. Environmental conditions and subtle mutations suggest that this variant of the Kharaa bacterium's rate of transmission is somewhat lower than that of the widespread outbreak previously reported on 4546b. So it's not as infectious, thankfully. So obviously there's no way down there, the path's broken, so we're going to head back down in the lift. Elevator if you're from the foreign parts. Now we're going to head down. Just want to see if there's anything down outside. No. There's another cave down there, actually down the side, that I missed. Okay, so let's go and see what's down here. So we've got the creature's claws, some bits and pieces, nothing serious. There we are. there's also one of the parts for the prawn suit just down to the side. So if you go down to the end of the corridor, you can scan that and get the start of the prawn suit blueprint. Obviously, it's possible that you've already got enough pieces for it by now. So with the information you've got and from your sister's messages and from the data pads, as well as from the scan of the virus, you know that you need to find the cure for it, which has been hidden somewhere. So in our next video, we're going to head back to my little base now, but in our next video I think we're going to go and try and find where it's hidden and show you how the spy pangolin can be used to access that. Also going to need to be using flares, because unfortunately it's the only way to keep these snow creatures from attacking you, is either to wave a flare at them or to have one dropped right by where you're standing. Well, that's it for me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Take care and enjoy playing Subnautica Below Zero.